Hello and welcome back to Behind the Curve Gaming. We're back with a midweek interim update video. Last episode we had a bunch of stuff from the car boot, charity shops, a few pickups to trade in, to get some voucher for CEX, and we're just going to do a small contained video just on that itself and a couple other bits that I picked up at the weekend. So here's a voucher. I found another game in a local pawn shop and I think I found another DVD box set that I traded in, so that £45.40 from the end of last week's episode turned into a £55.40. No issues at all. Perfect. Exactly what you want. So I think that brings us over to just over £200 total with CEX Voucher. I still don't really know what I'm going to do with it because that could easily go on a bit of Nintendo cardboard and then it's gone. And I'm just holding off trying to get into that. Still debating that whole kind of like cartridge, box, unboxed, with manual, without manual business. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'm going to start asking people to subscribe early in the video because, god damn it, subscribe. Watch my video, please like, comment and subscribe, all the good stuff. I'm pushing the channel at the moment, trying to get these videos out, picking up stuff, share my gaming, what I'm into. We're after retro at the moment. That'd really help us out here. So there's a few pickups that I got in cash converters. So unfortunately, I'll roll the little bit of B-roll that I got right here. They do have a little bargain bin, but it's not so much bargain anymore. It seems like someone's come in and started pricing games up similar to what a CEX voucher might be, or the cash voucher at least. There's not much to be made there anymore. Some of the games are like 50p or 1.99, but now there's $3.99 stuff in there and beyond, which is not cool, guys. Not cool whatsoever. So we did pick up The Sims 3, Once Upon a Time. I'm sure this had a bit more voucher attached to it. 50p, it's got £1.20. Didn't take it because the spindle's got a slight crack on it. Fine, not a problem. Dead or Alive 4. Bit of an unusual one. I'd imagine people didn't really buy fighters like Tekken or Dead or Alive or whatever it might be, unless you're kind of into it. So yeah, you don't come across it as much. But nice to add to the collection. I want to say this was like $2.99. And it's a 4 trade or something, maybe $1.99 with a free trade. I might put it up right now. But either way, it wasn't worth trading in. But it's nice enough that it's going into the collection for now. Again, one that I'm sure was worth a bit more money once upon a time. A bit more trade. But yeah, NCIS based on the TV series. Not complete, but it's in good enough condition. Again, I want to say this was $3.99. I took a chance on it, but I think like a lot of the 360 stuff, it's all just come down a little bit. It's all come down and plateaued for the time being. I think I picked this up for, $3.99, and I want to say it's either a 4 trade. I don't think it's a 6 trade, is it? Again, here? Or whatever size easiest. I'm just making life hard for myself now. So yeah, not as bargain as it used to be in cash converters, unfortunately. But just a few games there. I did pick up a Wii Sports in Tool DVD case for $5.99 now. CEX will give you 11, and I was tempted to do that and trade that in because it's nearly a double up. But unfortunately, the disc was just hazy. He let me have a look and I was like, no, sorry, mate, the conditions just not there for me to buy it. Put it back in, please. So it is what it is. Now, we then went to Sell by Save, which is another kind of like, I think it's a small independent pawn shop. Nice little place. It's pretty difficult to find any good deals at the moment. The price seems pretty on it, or in some cases above. Yeah, it's hard times in some places, unfortunately. We did find Resident Evil Umbrella Chronicles for Wii, complete, very good condition. The solds on eBay just aren't there, and the CEX voucher was 6. I got it for like $3.99, so we just traded it straight in. That was 6 of it. So it's not really good enough. It's not what we're after. It was just too good to pass up. You don't come across it that often. Now, a nice piece that we did find for all of 50p. I love this place sometimes. You do come across some random stuff, and they're just like, 50p. So I'm like, okay. It is completely random. It's of no real use to me. But that is Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Now, what is that tall, big box case, I hear you ask, if you're interested? Well, this is the VCD Hong Kong edition of Episode 1. What's a VCD? Well, a VCD is a video CD, apparently. And I think it can only fit up about an hour of footage on it because it comes in 2 CDs. So I did a quick Google, and apparently you might have a chance at DVD players playing this, but typically consoles and the like don't necessarily support this. I think VCDs were a bit more of a thing in the Asian markets, hence the Hong Kong edition here, which was on VCD. But yeah, seemingly a rare piece. Went on Google, I think there's only 1 or 2 available. I think a shop outlet wants like 60 quid for this. I was worth for 50p, mate. Yeah, it's got a bit of a tear there. It's in the style of an opening cardboard case. If you've seen Tekken 3 on the PS1, you can get a variant where it has an opening cardboard case. I think it was more of a Japanese thing. Exactly the same deal here, it's just double height. So really cool, gonna be displayed. Hey, if you want it, hit me up. I'll do you a good deal on it. Certainly cheaper than 60, 70 quid they want on eBay. But very obscure, but lovely and perfect for a collection, right? Very cheap. Now then we went into CEX. The main event for getting all our voucher went smoothly as anything. Love it. Love it as always. No problems, no hassle. They didn't have anything particularly cool in. I had a quick look at PS3. I always have a look for essentials. They did have Hitman Absolution complete and in good condition. £2 for an essentials. Happy days, on the cheaper end of the scale for sure. I had a £2 CEX voucher. I gave them the game, gave them the voucher, gave them the game back for the essentials disc. Perfect. Can't ask for any more than that. Beautiful. Unfortunately, nothing cool in to have a look at. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, unfortunately. They don't always have really cool retro stuff to look at. I did have a look at, tell a lie, I did look at Alien Trilogy on the PS1 Black Label. Complete £12, which is around, it's okay. If you don't have to pay postage or anything on top of that, £12, pretty good. Whatever the reception of the game might be, I collect Alien and Predator and sci-fi games and related stuff, right? That's just who I am. I love that stuff. Unfortunately, it wasn't in the best condition. If it was in good condition, I would have taken it there and then. It wasn't in the best condition and put it back. So that's still on the list to pick up. A nice cheap one to pick up. A small CEX RANT. So I'm trading all my stuff and it takes some time, right? They've got to take in every single disc and put them in wallets. It took a good 5 minutes. Guy comes in next to me and just slings a big old duffel bag full of stuff and tech down. Can you take this for me? Yeah, we can book it all in for you, no problem. If you can, help us out and start getting it out and everything. Can't you just take it and just sort it all out for me and all that kind of stuff? Can you tell me how much I can get for it, please? And no, sorry, we can't just take it and sort it for you. But if we can identify everything and get it all tested for you, then yeah, we can see how much this, that, and the other is. Oh, okay, yeah, whatever, thanks. Can you tell me how much I can get for it? It's like, well, do you know the gigabyte storage of this Xbox One console? No. Well, suddenly it's going to be a little bit more difficult to tell you what you're going to get if you can't identify exactly what it is because you can't tell them anything. Yeah, so a bit of a difficult customer. Unfortunately, in Experience CEX, it was all, oh, okay, no problem, thank you, kind of thing, to their face. And they were absolutely fine, obviously having to explain, you can't just say, here's a bag of stuff, sort it out and give me some cash and off you go. It's got to be booked in, itemised, identified and tested and everything. This isn't just some dodgy back alley stuff. They're like, yeah, go on then, mate, here's 50 quid. Yeah, black Xbox One consoles, a few Xbox controllers. A laptop got turned away immediately because it was just in busted condition. I don't know what the guy was doing, honestly. He started talking to a guy at the entrance of CEX for whatever reason. This guy was hanging around, he was trying to talk to him. And he said, they'll give me 52 quid or £70 voucher. I'm thinking, all of that stuff that you just handed in, they're going to give you 50 quid and you're happy to test it and take it. But I saw the condition, covered in dust and grit and grime, and I was like, this is all, he's got this from a house clearance or something like that. It's been sat somewhere, he's come across it, whatever has happened, and he's just slung it at CEX to test and give him some money for it. That's all he wants. And he's talking to this guy and he starts saying, it's the worst customer service, it was horrible, face drops, just because of the way I looked. I'm like, what is this guy up to? Like, what are you on, mate? You're bad-mouthing the employees. You're the one that's just slung a duffel bag at them and said, can you keep this and test it for me and do it all for me? That's not how it works, mate. They've explained it to you, being a bit of a dickhead, if I'm honest. I don't usually use strong language on my videos, and I try to be the centre of positivity and joy. It's all happiness and nostalgia, right? And that's how I try and keep it. I don't have bad experiences in these shops at all. But if you've ever heard of small dog syndrome. You know, you usually get small little yappy dogs trying to make up for the fact that they're very small, they have fragile egos, and they need to be heard. And this guy very much had a bit of a small man syndrome going on, and yeah, he seemed to just take everything as a personal affront, seemed to think that he had been affronted and that his fragile ego just couldn't take being talked to in that way, even though it was perfectly reasonable. I'd love to work at like a video game store or something like that. All these places that you see on some of the people's channels and stuff they check out, amazing. I'd love to work there. I'd love to work with like-minded people, but I hate dealing with the general public, you know, because you don't know what you're going to get. If you get the like-minded people, you can have a chat about, oh, it's a really nice pickup, mate, nice one, yeah, good one, that is a good deal. Some people are just going to walk off the street and they're trying to sling you some stuff. And whether it's theirs or whether they've maybe come across it, you just don't know. Probably cut that bit out. So yeah, so I had a quick Google, because this guy that was talking to this idiot said, oh, you could have taken that to it. There's a game shop, mate, down the other side of town. Could have taken it there, mate. He does cash. Yeah, he might have got a better deal down there, mate. Yeah. There is a game shop, or at least a store, a toy store, game shop, whatever, that I will visit in an upcoming episode. I'll go in there, and hopefully if it's quiet, I'll say to the guy, do you mind if I film or whatever. But no, I looked up this place, and from what I can tell, it's a trading card shop, and everyone's got raving reviews about it, but it's got nothing to do with games. So unless it's just somewhere which isn't on the radar, which I highly unlikely that you wouldn't just be able to Google this place. So not sure what that guy's on about. He's talking out of his arse as well, no doubt. But yeah, hopefully there's going to be an upcoming game shop, not necessarily tour, but just, you know, a little look. Let's have a little look. That's the problem with these things is, I have told my wife I'd like to go to one of these fairs. We've got your video games and your toys and related crap and stuff. I see all these other YouTubers going there, but they're going there and spending big bucks. I haven't got those big bucks in the first place, unfortunately. I'm trying to do this where I'm trying to offset things, sell other things, whatever it is, so that I can do this collection, this nostalgia hit on the cheap, basically. As cheap as possible. I'm budget, you know, I am budget. Every now and again I will splurge that cash, but I know in the back of my mind that I've got to make up for it, and I've got to get some stuff gone from the house. There's loads of rubbish everywhere, whatever. I've got to grind it sometimes. So in my mind, I'm only ever going to go into these shops, these video game shops, or to these fairs or events, if I've got that money in my pocket that is disposable. Because I know that I'm not going to get fantastic deals. You know, they might even be over the top because they know people want to buy it on the day. I do want to start going to these places every now and again, but I'm going to have to be building funds for it. So anyway, hopefully this is a shorter, more contained video. We've built our voucher up, which is excellent news. I should have some more content coming on the way, because there's more things on the way already. I've not been going too crazy, but there's something cool on the horizon, hopefully. So yeah, please like, comment and subscribe as always. And I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Thank you very much.